Hello, hello. I am back to help you do this thing called life. We are in a series just learning about the humanity of Jesus, looking at him from a standpoint of being a human, not only our Savior, but a brother, someone with flesh and blood just like us, with temptations and emotions just like us. And we're looking at what he did to learn how to manage our trials, our tribulations, all the things that come up in our lives that present challenges. And so today we find ourselves in the Garden of Gethsemane with Jesus. He is on his way to the cross, and he encounters a major challenge. Yesterday we talked about him just wanting to know, like, Daddy, isn't there another way? And so today we are at Mark 14, verses 37 through 38. And I'm reading from the Message Bible, but I'll also refer to the King James Version as well. But the Message version says, he came back and found them asleep. He said to Peter, "You went to sleep on me? Can't you stick it out with me a single hour? Stay alert. Be in prayer so you don't enter the danger zone without even knowing it. Don't be naive. Part of you is eager, ready for anything in God, but another part is as lazy as an old dog sleeping by the fire." Message version always puts it a certain way. And then the King James Version, it says, "Simon, sleepest thou? Couldst thou not watch 1 hour? Watch ye and pray, lest ye enter into temptation." And here's the part I wanted to get to, that we know this part. The spirit truly is ready. And in other places it says is willing, but the flesh is weak. So, Jesus had brought the disciples. Then he took 3 further, Peter, James, and John, told them he felt like he was about to die. Like, I'm at the point of death. Went and prayed, talking to God like, can't we do it another way? And after praying for a while, came back. And that's when it says he came back and found them asleep. But check it out. He only addresses Peter. Although all 3 of his homies were there, he addressed Peter. And that tells me that he kind of had Peter. Of course, everybody is in a different place in our hearts, even when we think they're not. Each person has their own place in our heart. And this one says to me that, like, Peter was one of those ride or dies that Jesus really just felt like, I know he got my back. And he came back and saw him sleeping. He like, yo, I know you went to sleep on me. And then he tells him, you can't stick it out with me for an hour. Like, you can't just be here for an hour. I need you to keep watch, stay alert. And the staying alert was not even like all for Jesus. He was like, because you don't want to enter into temptation. Like, you don't want to be caught off guard. He says, don't be naive. Like, part of you is so ready, always on go, right? But the other part of you is weak. So your spirit has the best intentions. Sound familiar? Your spirit has the best intentions, but that flesh will get in the way. Okay? So, looking at Jesus, he was in a place where he just knew that the ones who are like in there thick with him are going to be there. And they're there, but they ain't really present. And we find ourselves there sometimes too. And it's somebody in your life that you want to be doing more, that you want to be more present, that you want to really do what it is you need them doing. And sometimes they just ain't able. Sometimes they just cannot get it together to do what it is that you want them to do, no matter how bad you want them to do it. No, and even when you see the danger that's there for them and you understand what it is they need, sometimes you just cannot communicate it in a way that like really catches their attention. And then too, because this was the man Jesus, he just wanted his boys close. He wanted them. There was literally nothing they could do to stop this from happening. But like he just wanted to feel their support, to feel that they had his back. Now you got to know too, is sometimes no matter how bad you want those people to be there for you and do what they do, sometimes God won't allow it, because there does come a time when you have to go it alone. So we're going to keep looking at Jesus to see what it is that he did next. What's his next move? How did he handle this thing? All right. So we'll be back tomorrow. This has been One More Minute with Marcy, and I will be back again tomorrow with another moment of momentum producing inspiration. In the meantime, stay encouraged. And remember, you got to flutter before you can fly. But flying is in your future. Love you.